In this video I'm going to show you my last method of locking the blade of 91 millimeters and probably also 74 millimeters. And for that purpose I'm going to lock the Huntsman you see here, and also the Deluxe Tinker you've seen in many videos. And as you can see here, there is something new going on here, and maybe some of you can guess actually what's going on here already, but let me show you anyway. This is actually all you need to lock a blade, the main blade of a 91 millimeter knife, a Victorinox, and it's very firm. And what you need is a lanyard, maybe 20 centimeters long, and you need titanium rings. It could also work with lesser steel, of course, but I made sure to purchase titanium rings for this, since there's a lot of force going into these points, and you want titanium here basically, or some other very tough metal. So I've changed these two rings, and you can see the dimensions of the rings here, so you can purchase your own. And I've also purchased a new piece of Paracord here in a color I like, and I've also purchased this army green and this other army khaki color and black. So it's fun to have different colors to choose from. But this is a camo color, and it's also quite neat. So as you can see here, I put a slip joint onto this small ring, so it can be open and closed. You might know this if you put up tents and stuff and tarps, and you need to have a slip knot which you can move to tension lines. So this is a standard slip knot, and I might actually give you an instruction on how to do this knot. It's very easy. I might add it to this video later, so stay tuned. So in this end I have a slip knot. It's called something which I can't recall right now. And on this other side with the big ring I have a clove hitch. But you can also use other knots as well, which you find you're comfortable with. It's not that important here. What's important is that the knot is not too big and that it stays fixed. So what you do basically is you make the line as long as possible, because this one needs to go around the blade. So you open the blade a bit, you put the bigger ring around the blade, push it over to the other side, open the blade, and then you take and close the slip joint here. Either you can have the ring on the tang here, or you can have it over here. You get more leverage if you put it up here. But I've found that if you pull this knot tight first, not too tight though, since it's gonna be hard to put this ring over the tang, and then you push the tang over, you have a perfect locking of the blade, and it's extremely firm, and it's easy to set up and doubles as a lanyard. So if you want, you can just tighten it a bit more, and then you're done. So this lanyard is for locking the saw blade, and I thought I was gonna show you how useful this is for whittling. So I will just lock the main blade here of the Deluxe Tinker, doing like so. Put it around there and pulling the slip knot a bit to tighten it, and it's on this side. So now it's tightened. I can tighten it a bit more maybe and pull it over the tang here. So now it's locked firmly. And you can see it, I can hold it with my hand and like stab it without any problem. And I can also do whittling with it. There's nothing in the way for that with this setup. It's quite convenient. So these are different forms of locking you can do, and it's the same method I use on this one. Maybe I can show you that one as well. So you can see already maybe that this line, this paracord is a bit longer than the other one I used to lock the mechanic, and this is because it is I intend to lock the saw instead using this one. So in this case it's fairly easy as well. You put the ring around the saw like this. You can have it open when you do it actually. And then you need to use the combo tool with a Phillips screwdriver and a bottle opener. So you open it like that, and then you tighten the slip knot to get the tension you need. Like so. And then you have a locked saw. It's as easy as that. And of course you need to have the bottle opener open to have something to put the line around, but then again it's not in the way when you use the saw. I think it's quite usable anyway. And of course the ring is put over the first couple of teeth here of the saw, but then again what you get is a locked saw blade which won't fold on your fingers using this method. So I'll do a quick measurement on the dynamo, and you reach about 10 kilos as well. It's a bit longer than the main blade, the saw, so the longer out you put the dynamo, the harder it's gonna be for the system to lock the blade or the saw. So now, using this method, I'm quite satisfied that it won't close on my fingers when I do some sewing. And to demonstrate here, maybe it's not the perfect setup here, but normally what happens is, or what could happen is that when you saw something and you slip like so, it might close on your fingers. That's happened to me a couple of times, and it's not as bad as a knife blade slipping or closing on your fingers, but it's bad enough. You don't want that to happen. So using this locking of the saw blade, you can work without worrying too much about that. You can slip and do pretty much anything without risking the saw blade hurting your fingers. So obviously I cannot stab this one, but let me just put it here. So that's it. And to disassemble, you just pull the slip knot. You close this Phillips and you remove the ring. Close the saw, and then you have your lanyard again. And if you want a shorter lanyard, you can just close it a bit, and it's shorter and ready to put in your pocket. And for the mechanic, you just open the pliers, remove the lanyard, untie and close the blade. And for the deluxe tinker, you just let me see here, you pull the slip knot, go over to the other side, close the blade while you remove the ring and close it. And for the Swiss champ, you open the pliers, remove the lanyard, untie and close the blade. And that's it. I think I managed to lock pretty much all the knives I have, or the Victorinox knives I have now. The only one I haven't tried is my 58mm, and I believe that will be much worse to find a method of locking that one. But I wouldn't say it's impossible, it's just a matter of some experimentation maybe. And I don't know how much use a locked 58mm blade is actually. Maybe that's a bit silly. But these ones you want to lock. And the saw as well, and the pen blade. You don't want that to cut your fingers either. And this pen blade can be easily locked as well, using the corkscrew, which is a method I haven't shown you yet. So that's another video, I guess. So I can actually, with these methods and the method with the corkscrew, I can actually lock all the blades now using several different methods. And you don't need the hook on the back of the knife, this hook, to do that any longer. Even though this method of locking the blade using the hook might be the most secure one I've found out, I've discovered. It's rock solid. And actually this method is also rock solid, but it's a bit hard to set up. But if you want something that you can trust with your life, I would go with this method here and two titanium rings or this hook. But for 99.97% of the cases, what you need is actually just a simple lanyard or this a bit more advanced lanyard setup, and you're ready to go. So thank you for watching. That's all for today. I hope you found my content interesting. And if you did, please subscribe and share this video with your friends and other people who have Victorinox knives, so they don't need to cut their fingers anymore. They just need to purchase a bit of lanyard and they're safe.